Hello, welcome to a video from the Calamities Roleplay group. This video is going to teach you proper roleplay tactics if you don't already know them. So, let's begin. We're going to start by talking about speech and actions, as they make practically all of the in-character things that you do. So, when you're talking in character, you're going to want to use quotation marks around what your character is saying. This is illustrated by the black text. Now, for what you're talking out of character, that's going to be in parentheses. This is illustrated by the blue text, such as saying you're away from your keyboard or it'll be right back. Now, as far as actions go that you do in character, that's illustrated by the green text. It'll be with either stars around it or describing your action with nothing around it. Now, we're going to talk about some things you really don't want to do as far as actions goes. Here's a few examples: kills, dodge, stab, runs, slice and dices. The problem with these is that they're all extremely under-descriptive. When you're role-playing, you're going to want to do things that provide a lot of description to what you're doing. So, let's look at some alternatives to these. As for kills, we're going to say, I move in for the final blow. This not only allows them to let themselves get out of the situation, but it also allows you to describe what you're going to do more. As for dodging, you're going to describe how you dodge. For example, if someone's swinging a sword downwards at you, you can say, I sidestep, which will avoid the blow. As for stab, we're going to describe how we stab them. I plunge the dagger into his or her gut. As for runs, you're going to want to state the direction you're running, as in, I bolted off towards the gate. And for slice and dices, this is just a very under-descriptive thing, so we're going to say, I swung my blades downwards. Now, here's some major things to avoid in roleplay. Invincibility to everything. This makes it so that, well, combat is unfair to you. No one can kill you, you're pretty much a god. That's not allowed. Having only one weakness is another thing. Not everyone's going to just be able to wield the thing that you're weak to, especially if it's something that's very obscure. Attacking without role-playing the moves. If you just click the mouse to swing your weapons, then you're not actually role-playing anything. This is something you're going to want to avoid. Speed typing is another one. Speed typing is a form of combat that's used in other games where the person who types the fastest wins. Fortunately, that's not how we do things here. Instead, we do turn-based combat, but we'll talk more about that later. Extremely fast and effortless healing is another one. This means healing instantly with every blow that hits you, while not even describing how you healed. Metagaming is another one to avoid. Metagaming means that you gain knowledge that shouldn't be known in roleplay, such as someone's weaknesses. Here are a few things to do instead of those flaws. Intuitive ways to avoid damage, and a few resistances or weaknesses are a good thing to do instead of invincibility to everything. This makes it so that you're strong against some opponents, but weak against others. It'll mix things up really well and provide you with some good adversity. And instead of having only one weakness, let's have multiple strengths and weaknesses which balance each other out. Now, of course you're going to want to roleplay your attacks. That's just part of roleplay. Turn-based combat, we've already talked about this. This allows for people to do their actions without having to worry about how fast they type them. And if you can type as fast as you want, but if someone does something that would cancel out the last 3 actions you've performed, then you're going to have to go back. Potions, magic, and anything that takes a moment to use is a good alternative to healing extremely fast. For example, you can heal very fast, but you're going to have to do something that causes that healing, such as breaking a jar of a healing potion on yourself. Now, instead of metagaming, you're just going to work knowledge into the lore. This will even make the role-playing experience much better for you. Now, random attacking is a note we're going to end on. Just don't attack someone randomly. Have a reason for attacking, and make a reason for attacking if you don't have one. Now, permission to kill is one more thing. When you're about to kill a character, ask the permission. Some people like their characters and they might not be ready for them to die. If there's not a permission given, then think of a way to spare their character, or allow them to do that. This has been a roleplay guide by the Calamities. We hope that you apply these techniques in your roleplay, and we look forward to roleplaying with you.